Hi guys, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Feeling Unstoppable podcast. I'm your host, like always, Cindy Montoya, and if this is the first time you're tuning in, welcome to the show. And if you're back for even more, without further ado, so excited to have another person on the Feeling Unstoppable podcast, a new friend of mine, an amazing DJ from Miami. Everybody say hi to Zak.
This vodka is terrible. I
know, I'm sorry. It's from
spicy.
Delta. It's not even mine, so
It's spicy.
Don't get at me.
Why is it spicy?
How are you today?
I'm doing amazing. Well, now better than now that I got this in me.
Yeah, at least you got a little bit of liquid courage.
Something, just a little bit.
I always wonder. I was like, should I take a drink before ever doing a podcast episode? And I'm like,
that's how
maybe I probably should. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
That's how I am before shows. Sometimes I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Do you drink before your shows? Wait, we're not. Don't get past you.
You take the lead.
Exactly. So how did I meet Zak? Let's answer this question. Zak and I went to high school, but did we really know that we went to high school together?
Respectfully, didn't know you existed.
Exactly. The only way I knew Zak was because of our mutual friend Sosa, Carlos Sosa. Shout out, he's here. Woo, hi. But basically, I was talking to Sosa like I want to say 3 weeks ago, right? And he's like, oh yeah, you remember Zak? And I was like, I need a picture. And I was like, and he's like, yeah, he had long hair back then. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, yeah, I think I saw him around school, but I didn't really like talk to him or didn't know that was his name. But I just think, I don't know. How is it? You're a DJ.
DJ producer.
DJ producer.
Producer first, then DJ.
Producer first, then DJ.
I forgot the extraordinary at the end.
Extraordinary producer DJ.
I think it's I don't know. I always say I'm a DJ producer extraordinaire.
DJ producer extraordinary.
Yeah,
I'll fix that in the comments. Don't worry. So let's get straight into the interview questions. So you started playing instruments at a very young age. Guitar was the main one, correct?
What the fuck? wait.
I'm on my Narwhal shit.
I don't even think I told
I'm
Sosa
on my Narwhal shit.
I don't even think Sosa knows that. What the fuck?
So you started playing guitar first. Was your first instrument, right?
Who's asking?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, so back in middle school, I started playing guitar in 7th grade because I was super into like rock band. Like my parents got me a Wii one day for Christmas, and I always played the guitar. And I'm like, oh my god, like this is amazing. I want to be like a rock star. I want to be on stage. Literally, just want to be a rock star.
Yeah.
And I mean, 7th grade comes. I'm like, yo, I'm about to take this guitar class. Started playing guitar, and I was into like my mom was into like. Old alternative rock, AC/DC, Nirvana, etc. And one day, do you want me to tell you the story how I got into EDM? So then one day I was in lunch. I remember this so vividly. It's crazy. One day I was in lunch class, I was in whatever lunch.
Wait, what middle school did you go to?
Hammocks.
What do you? Me too. That's why I'm asking.
Small world, man.
So you had Mr. Kirkland?
Oh my god, yes.
Shout out.
He plays at Blue Martini.
No fucking way.
Yeah, he does. He plays the saxophone at Blue Martini.
All right, so.
And then, I was in the cafeteria and some kids like, yo, I overheard someone talking about this guy named Skrillex. And I heard that. I'm like, yo, I'm going to search it up when I get home. Searched it up. Boom. Got into dubstep. I don't know. I just found dubstep. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I got into the world of electronic music, like so fascinated of like DJing and this and that. It never occurred to me. I'm like, yo, I should become a DJ or a producer or whatever. I was just super into it at the time. And then one day my cousins who were older than me by like 5-6 years, they were into the clubbing scene because they were obviously in their teenage years while I was like 12, 11, whatever. And they're like, yo, Zak, you should get into these artists named Data Life, which are these like big room producers. They were super huge back in their time. And I searched it up, and that's kind of like how I got into like the 4 on the floor, like, instead of dubstep, which is like the typical, like, boom, wonk, all that baloney. And and I went home one day, and I'm like, I want to do this. I want to DJ. I want to produce. And I remember just searching up online like free music maker. Like being so young.
Or like downloading the illegal downloads.
I just didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Yeah.
Like, realizing it now, like getting into music is very expensive. Like those things to make music, like it costs like $1,000, $900.
The equipment alone.
No, not the equipment.
The software.
The software.
Yeah.
The DAW is the proper term. Digital Audio Workstation. Literally to just buy it is like $900 to like $800, $700, and it's like yo, like that's crazy. But whatever. I got into it. I downloaded a demo version of this one DAW called FL Studio, and I mean, the rest is legitimately history.
So, who would you say were the artists that definitely like influenced you to become a DJ? You already said Skrillex.
Yeah, so Skrillex, I still look up to Skrillex now because he's a pioneer, and he started off with dubstep, and he's kind of just doing a little bit of everything now. He's made pop hits with like Justin Bieber, Don Toliver, and then he also makes like house hits and all that cool stuff. And some other people are definitely Swedish House Mafia. Love those three boys: Axwell, Steve Angelo, and Sebastian Ingrosso. I would say that them four, off the top of my head, are like the people I looked up to in the beginning stages of making music. And yeah, those guys, I look up to them. I love them. I
do remember like dubstep and very like heavy EDM music was very popular in Miami especially when we were in middle school, because that's where I started finding Skrillex musics too.
Yeah.
So because we also have Ultra, and Ultra was always just like oh my god, I'm going to Ultra, and I'm like, bro, you're 15, what are you doing going to Ultra? Yeah, but I respect that.
Ultra's that'd be a dream to play there one day. It's actually like it's gonna sound crazy, but it's actually not that hard to play there. Like,
for real.
At the end of the day, like this industry as well as other industries in this world, it's all about who you know. Exactly. Right? It's not about, like, the talent. I mean, it is a little bit of the talent, you know, but respectfully, you could be the most talented motherfucker, but if you don't know anybody and if you're not going out there, talking to people, putting yourself in that environment. You don't know a booking agent. Not even just a booking agent, just someone who knows a guy who knows a guy. Like, that stereotypical thing, mm-hmm. Like, if you don't know anybody, you could have all the talent in the world, you're not going anywhere, as opposed to the guy who just makes a little bit of music, mm-hmm. this and that, has a little talent, and then he's just so talkative, charismatic, and he knows everybody, and he just knows how to talk, and you know what I'm saying? Social networking, social climbing. I've seen it with my own eyes, like in the most respectful way possible. Like, I know people around me that are in the same like they're doing the same thing that I do. I mean, not to sound cocky, but like, bro, like you know what I'm saying? And then just because they know so and so, exactly, they're doing X, Y, and Z. But that's just how the world is. That's just how. It's about who you know. It's about who you know. Yeah, so go out there and network, you know. So how was the learning process for you becoming a DJ and, well, a producer as well? The learning process. Yeah, it was brutal. I remember on Instagram, I would sometimes... I would pretend. So, okay, I've only told this to like 2 people. So what I would used to do back then, like I'm talking about like when I was still in middle school, I would like open up FL Studio, and I didn't even have like speakers. Like, I mean, I would sometimes use headphones, but like you guys remember the water speakers? Yo, y'all remember the water speakers? The ones that music would play in the water, and the water would like spew out with colors. Yeah. I was so obsessed with them because that was like a thing back then in middle school, and I used to use those, for music, and. So one day, this is kind of like, I don't know what made me start this idea. I would always post videos of like, this is gonna sound crazy, but like other DJs' songs in the background, and I would open up FL Studio and I'd make it look like I have a project, and I'd be like, yo, I just made this crazy song, and I'd be like, yo, like that's not yours, that's like Diplo's song, bro. What are you doing? But nobody noticed because everybody that followed me was obviously like younger. Yeah. So everybody's like, yo, Zach just made this crazy song. Remember, it was just like a Diplo song, and it's just like fraudulence. Yeah. But at its finest, bro. Then I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I gotta learn how to do my own thing. I should probably not do that and probably make my own music. And yeah. So that's what it was. You're like, I think it's time to start making your own. Well, I was always curious about it, and then one day I kind of just, literally, I'm just like, I should probably make my own music, and yeah. So when you say that you're a producer first versus a DJ, how come? I mean, production came first on my end. You know, some people became a DJ first and then got into production, and vice versa. So production was my first thing, and then DJing came right after. It was still happening at a very young age, but like it came right after. So exactly. If I'm a producer first, then DJ. I mean, I'll be so real with you, it doesn't even matter. In this world, if you're a producer, you're gonna DJ. You're gonna get booked for things. You know, you're gonna have to learn how to DJ. So right. Yeah. So how do you decide which song is worth remixing or experimenting with? Shit, well, in today's day and age, I think we all know that reggaeton is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bad Bunny, you know what I'm saying? J Balvin, Raul Alejandro, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Exactly. So right now in the electronic scene, we're actually entering like not entering, but we've been in kind of like a point where it's kind of like Spanish tech house, I guess is what it's called. It's just remixing a bunch of those old school Spanish songs. I'm sure when you came to my show on Wednesday, you heard a lot of Spanish songs.
He fucking remixed Camisa Negra, which like was one of my top favorite songs.
It's a great
and
song.
I literally, because I was dancing next to Sosa, and I was like, no, he fucking didn't, because it was really good. It was a great song.
So it just works. Like that's kind of like the wave right now in a way.
Yeah.
Getting old songs, and especially Spanish songs, those type of songs, and like incorporating today's day and age new sound of tech house and stuff, like that's kind of like the wave. So that's kind of like what I've been doing lately, and it's been working. I have a lot of cool songs, and I have a friend that's like a lot older than me, and he's a producer too, and he's just all about reggaeton, and he's always telling me, yo, we should remix this song, let's do this one, let's do this one, let's do that one. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I kind of choose what to remix. And also if it's like, for example, like not that long, well, maybe.
Do people like request songs with like their phone?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. If you ever come up to me to request a song, just know you're getting socked in the face. No, I'm kidding. But really, like honestly, like people need to understand that I'm an artist and I'm booked there to play what I play. You know what I'm saying? Don't be coming up to me and be like, "Hey, play this Bad Bunny song." I'm gonna be like, "No," unless you got $100 bill on you. That's a different story. If you got $100 bill on you, I'm like, "Hey, I might slip it in there. Why not?" But no, actually, like, I'm not an open format DJ. I'm not like a local DJ that's just like playing at the bars. Which there's nothing wrong with doing that if that's what you want to do. 100%, that's all you. But I'm not that. I'm an artist. I'm here to play what I want to play and what I'm paid for to play.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna play that.
So does each venue have like a different, I guess, I mean, there's obviously like a different scene, but like how do you go about like choosing what music to play at a venue?
I mean, honestly, right now it's all the same. It's we're in Miami. You know what I'm saying? I could play the same set I played at Chico Malo anywhere else in Miami.
If it has reggaeton, it's going to be it no matter where you're at. Like, at least here, for sure.
That's just kind of the wave right now. So you could honestly just get away with playing it, to be honest. You could play whatever fuck you want.
And so you're talking about how you collabed with like an older producer. So I wanted to talk about collaboration. So what artists?
He's not that old, by the way. Gene, I love you. You're not that old. It was his birthday the other day.
So what artists have you collabed with, or collabing with now?
A lot. I like to collab with people. Now I'm very picky with my collabs.
Okay.
I used to be very like like
whoever's
collab
open
with everybody.
Yeah.
Now I'm like super picky with who I make music with, because like now I'm in the hot seat right now. Like now it's just go time, go. So I'm taking myself like 10 times more seriously than I did a week ago, a month ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I am very picky with my collabs. But honestly, I do have some collabs with some names I cannot say because I just can't put that out there. But just know there's some cool people.
Okay.
There's just some cool people. That
I like the mysteriousness of this.
But honestly, like, with all my close friends in this industry, which I'm very blessed to have, honestly, these friends, like, shout out to you guys. You guys know exactly who you are. Gene, Lewis, Brian, Kevin, Mikey, et cetera, et cetera. If I didn't name you, I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying? Like, those people, like, I'm blessed to have them in my circle. And I mean, I don't mind collabing with them any day of the week. But, yeah, I love my friends. Shout out to you guys. Just want to give a little shout out to them.
So would you say you prefer to collab than do things on your own?
I mean, I'm always down for a collab, but it's just like sometimes if I make something that's like super fire and it's like I need to finish it or whatever, I'm be like, I'd rather not finish it and like finish it another day, a week or two from now than to like give it to someone else, because it's like, bro, like this.
I'm like, hand it up.
Gas. This is that gas. I want the gas for myself.
So then, wait, back to that then. How do you know what song? Like, what song is gas in your words? Like, you need to have like an ear for that, obviously.
Yeah, 100%. If I make something and I'm like, yo, like, this is it. Like, if I have that reaction, I'm like, yo, this is it. I know it's a hit.
In like a percentage wise, out of how many of your songs would you say?
100.
Like 100.
No, I've been making songs that are still fire, but there's not one of those songs that like give me that reaction.
Yeah.
If it doesn't give me that specific reaction, you know what I'm saying? It's not it. You know what I'm saying? It has to give me that reaction.
For sure.
But I still enjoy the songs that don't give me that reaction. They're still nice.
Do you have any song in particular that everyone should literally be blasting?
The Swedish House Mafia remix I made for Turn On the Lights. That's literally the one that's been getting the most support. A lot of people have been playing it. I've been getting nothing but amazing words from it. So that song. It's on SoundCloud only, free download.
We'll link it out. Don't worry. Have any of your songs been played by other DJs?
All the time.
All the time. Where?
Yeah, All over the world. You name a place in the world, and I'll name the DJ that's played it.
LA.
Oh, come on now. The list just went off the top of my head. Wednesday, Chris Lake, Diplo.
Diplo.
Yeah.
Okay.
He downloads a lot of my songs.
Nice.
Shout out, you did. Wes. I call him Wes because, we're friends. No, I'm kidding. Chris Lake, Chris Lorenzo. Who else? Clooney's a big one. Dak Daniels. Shit. LA's so broad. I'll be so real with you.
New York?
Like the list is.
All right, we'll do one more. New York. That's even another longer list.
Probably still the same names. Bro, I'll be so real with you. I have to literally go on my phone. Like, that's how.
Okay, I got you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
When I finish a song, I send it out as promos so that DJs get it unreleased and they can rinse it out. Just for like perspective, on my promo list, I have at least like 200 names of DJs. Emails.
Wait, so how does that work? So like before it's released to like the public, you have it released to DJs only?
So what I like to do is I actually like to finish it, and when I finish it, I send it out as promo that same week before I send it out as a demo or whatever to be released. Because I pretty much only release songs under labels.
Right.
I don't release solo release. I've done it before. I'm not a big fan of it. You gotta push it. You gotta promo.
It's a lot of like work.
It's a lot, and I don't mind doing it, but it's like I would rather have a big label under it that does it themselves. They do the artwork, they do the promotion, et cetera, et cetera. They do all the work. So I'd rather do that
and just focus on your music.
So I send it out as promo for DJs first. And then whatever, and then I send it to a label. Whatever the label takes it, then the label has their own list that they send it out to their own list of DJs, maybe 2-3 weeks before the release date or so, and then like that it gets people play. If it's a hit, videos, et cetera, content out the butt.
What label are you signed? Are you signed to any label? Or
I am not signed as an artist to labels, but my singles are under labels. If that makes sense. I'm not signed. Any
big labels that.
Big labels, I mean, not like Sony or something like that. That's they only sign artists. But I do work with people who are signed to pretty big labels. Okay. Like Rich Music, which is a Spanish label.
That's I've heard.
Yeah, I have a couple friends signed to Rich Music, and I'm always working with them and stuff. Yeah. 305, which is Mr. 305, Dali, Mr. Worldwide.
Hippo, we love you.
Yes, so I have friends that are signed to them, but me myself, no.
And now. Do you want to say that way? Or you don't mind?
Of course. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Because there's people like that don't mind just being signed onto someone's label.
But I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. If the opportunity comes up and Sony's like, hey, here's $500,000 advance for a year and an album, I'm be like,
snatched.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you want.
That's like 5 years worth of someone's salary if you think about it.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's pretty fire.
Oh, yeah.
So you're obviously pretty young. What, 21?
I'm not that young. Well, I am.
Well, we're the same age, so.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say. We're literally the same age.
But what, you're 21, 22? 22.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you consider yourself young in the industry? For the most part.
I mean, my friends are a lot older than me.
Okay.
Which is pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie to you. I have a bunch of friends that are all 25, 26, 27, 28, which is pretty cool. But I mean, this industry, like, there's a bunch of people out there that are all types of ages. So I wouldn't say I'm too young. I would say I'm just here.
You're rising up there.
Yeah.
Okay, but for the scene in Miami, for the most part, I see a lot more older DJs playing, like in Le Rouge. If you want to go to Space, so how does it?
True.
Huh?
That is
so I see for the most part, the DJs don't look your age; they look a lot older. So
you'd be surprised. There's some motherfuckers that look
old as fuck, and then like 23.
Yeah.
So moving up from playing small clubs to bigger clubs like Le Rouge, that's in Miami.
Yeah.
How does that like make you feel? Just like seeing yourself grow that
Honestly,
fast.
it's cool, but there's a saying: you can't be hung up on the come up.
Yeah.
You got to keep moving forward, and you can celebrate it for the next day. That was so cool, but don't get hung up on it. You got to keep moving forward. So I mean, honestly, it's cool, but in my future, that's just gonna be a little regular club
underground club.
As opposed to the things I'm gonna be doing in the future. So you just got to keep moving forward. That's the way I see it.
So what would be your favorite city to play in?
Well, I've only played in Miami. Well,
didn't know you went somewhere else recently.
Did I?
Yeah, didn't you do a trip?
How do you know that?
Because I have you on Instagram. You literally posted this.
Wait, you weren't even following me by then.
Yes, I was.
I went to Portland.
Yeah.
I was supposed to play a show there.
Oh, you
And
didn't?
then, nah, something came up.
Oh.
Things happen. But I was supposed to play a show in Portland. But Miami. I love Miami. I was back in 2021 around there. I was working with this guy named Max Vangeli. He's a huge name in the industry. And we were planning shows for Ibiza and LA and Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
And that was before COVID even was a thing. Literally the next month, COVID came and just ruined literally everything. So yeah, but Miami, yeah, I love Miami.
It's the best.
I cannot complain about Miami.
It's up there. If you haven't traveled to our beautiful city, come
Miami's
through.
the spot.
Where can people find you playing?
What happened?
Where can people find you playing?
Wherever I post on my Instagram.
Which will have tags below. But you will be at Chico Malo tomorrow.
No, I'm not. I'm not playing Chico Malo tomorrow. I'm actually damn, what's going on here? Misinformation.
I was like, I literally texted him before. I was like, I think I'm going tomorrow to Chico Malo if you guys are gonna be there.
I might go to Chico Malo. Actually, no, I'm gonna be in the studio tomorrow. Never mind. I was supposed to meet up someone, but I'm gonna be in the studio. But I'm playing October 28th again at Le Rouge for like a Halloween special, and then the 29th at this venue called Freehold. I don't know. Never heard of it, but we're about to find out if it's cool or not.
So take us through a day when you're set to play at an event or a club.
You want the honest answer?
Yeah.
I prepare my sets all last minute. I'm supposed to, I should be preparing it like a week in advance, or something, especially if it's a big show. I honestly prepare it so last minute. Like the day of, I'm literally just on my computer, like downloading a bunch of things, like doing a bunch of stuff.
Right.
So yeah, just preparing the set like crazy, not eating food because I don't get anxious, but like, I'm like excited to go.
Yeah.
So like, I can't eat when I'm anxious. Like I just want to do it already, and it sucks.
Exactly.
I'm like playing at midnight, and it's like
starving.
10 in the morning. I'm like, yo, I'm about to die. Like I want to eat, but I can't. My stomach won't let me.
Really?
So weird. But it's good because then when I get to the venue and I start drinking, I get drunk quicker because I'm on an empty stomach. So
you're like,
works. Yeah, it works hand in hand, honestly.
Would you rather drink than smoke while playing?
Yes. I have tried smoking while playing before. It's not my cup of tea. There's a reason why I stopped smoking. I actually used to smoke every day before bed off of a little disposable like Delta.
The cards?
The Delta pens.
Yeah.
You just buy them at the smoke shops. Completely legal, by the way.
Don't worry.
And yeah, I would just smoke the shit out of that before bed, and then one day I had a terrible panic attack, and I'm like, fuck this, and I just gave it to someone.
Fire.
Never smoking again.
So
That's a lie. I'm probably smoking, but not anytime soon.
Oh. So let's do some rapid questions. Tequila or vodka?
Tequila.
Well, yeah, we kind of figured that one out before.
Vodka's terrible. Vodka's for high schoolers.
I do like tequila more, but just vodka's like easier for me to handle.
Tequila's where it's at. It's super good.
Any favorite brands?
Favorite brands? The ones I'm wearing on my feet right now. Off-White. Shout out to Virgil. R.I.P. Virgil. I'm gonna sound such a douche, but like Balenciaga, like Louis.
Balenciaga.
I don't want to sound like a douchebag.
I like Balenciaga though.
Balenciaga's fire.
It's very like low key. No, I wouldn't say it's low key.
Fear of God's
that's a good
fire.
one.
I love Fear of God. But yeah, Off-White's the main one. I'll be honest with you. I love Off-White. Play
at Tomorrowland or Burning Man?
Oh, damn, that's a tricky one. Because Tomorrowland is so, I don't know. Burning Man low key, just for the experience. Burning Man's like some spiritual like journey.
Yeah,
or something.
I feel like it's kind of like exclusive too, because I just like don't hear people like, oh, I bought tickets to Burning Man. I was like, it's just people post, and I'm like,
it's actually like a lot more expensive than you think. Like people.
Oh, I could imagine. Yeah.
It's not just about the tickets. You need to buy like an RV. You need to buy supplies. Like it's.
And like to stay hydrated as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably like you probably spend like 7 bands. I saw a video on TikTok about it, like how much someone spent when they went to this place. 7 bands.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know. I've seen the ones like of how much I spent at Coachella, and I could just imagine.
Oh, Coachella's crazy because isn't Coachella like 3 weeks or something?
It's 2 weekends.
3 weekends. 2 weekends.
2 weekends.
Oh, it's 2 weekends. Yeah.
And it's like the same people, but it's just like they haven't.
Nah, Coachella's
I
lit.
really want to go.
Nah, Coachella is just like I feel like it became so oversaturated. Like now it's just an influencer like party. Like it's just a bunch of.
It used to be really good, but yeah, like
Yeah.
what you said, now it's just like the influencer.
All the influencers. Don't get me wrong. I'm still trying.
I'd still be out there though.
Yeah,
what?
I'm still gonna go to experience.
So if anyone wants to fund my Coachella experience 2023,
there you go.
You let me know. My email's available. Dream collab.
So that's kind of a tricky one because at this point in my career, like back then I used to look up to certain artists, right? Like for example, Swedish House Mafia and Skrillex. But now it's kind of gotten to the point where it's kind of like I don't really look up to any artists. I kind of just, I wouldn't say I look up to myself, but I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I have people that inspire me, like certain songs that artists make that inspire me. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't look up to any other artists. Like, I mean, I have inspirations, but like, I don't know how to describe it. It's so weird, but like, I don't know.
Like people you respect versus like.
I definitely respect a lot of artists in the game. But as far as like look up to, like, oh my God, I want to be like them so bad, like, holy shit.
No, because you want to be your own.
Exactly.
Right.
It's funny because I probably look up more to influencers than like artists.
Like who?
This just sounds so funny. So like, you guys know who Aiden Ross is? You got FaZe Banks. You know, FaZe the fuck up. It's actually his birthday today. Happy birthday, FaZe Banks, Ricky, if you're watching this.
Happy birthday.
But nah, I really like. I grew up watching that. Like, I grew up watching that. Like. YouTubers vlogging. Like,
I fucking love YouTube,
bro.
That's
like,
my literal TV.
I know.
I'd rather do YouTube.
I don't watch anything else except TV and Twitch, which is like live streaming.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up watching like old YouTubers that used to vlog, like FuzzyTube and like Logan Paul and like all those people and like Roman Atwood, like those type of people that I grew up watching. So I see their lifestyle that they lived, and you know, it's a typical. I moved out to LA and they're doing all this shit in LA, and you know, it's fire and all that. So I'm like, damn, like they be living this lifestyle, like that's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Like I want to do that, you know.
Would you rather live in LA or Miami?
That's a great question. Honestly, I have the perfect answer to this. Miami, if I'm living like either in the city or like a really nice house in Country Walk in Three Lakes.
Yeah.
That's like the dream. I love Three Lakes. That's like a lot of sentimental stuff happening there. So like it has a special place in my heart. And then LA only if I'm like living in the hills and stuff. That's the only time I'd live in LA, if I'm living in the hills.
Have you gone to LA?
No, I haven't. I was supposed to.
I've been like hesitant to go. I'm like, do I want to go? You've gone to LA, right? Yeah.
If you have a reason to go, you should go.
I don't. So then it's just like, what am I gonna do?
Exactly.
I don't want to do like the touristy things and just like,
You go to LA if you have a reason to go. If you have like the only reason I want to go to LA, I'm just waiting on the right time is just to work. Like that's
exactly.
The reason. I'm not going there like to like just have fun.
It's not like when you go to like New York, you can just go to New York literally to walk around.
Nah, if I go to New York, I'm going to work.
Work.
That's the way I see it. Like, if I'm like, I tell this to everybody. Like if I'm traveling somewhere, it's gonna be for a reason. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, vacations are cool, and now's the time to be taking your vacations. You know, you're at that young age, but it's like, nah, like I'm trying to like, I'm gonna work. If I'm gonna go to fucking Oregon, I want to get some shit done out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to just be there and like
eat shit. Yeah.
That's kind of my POV on traveling at this age.
So, last question. Well, no, last rapid question. What's your dream venue?
Dream venue? There's this place in Germany called oh my God, I forgot the name.
Is it The Secret, like the very hard to get into club in Germany?
No. Oh my God, I forgot the name. It's a super sick club in Germany, and they go bananas. Europeans go crazy for music in general. I forgot the name. I really wish I knew the name, but that club. I really wish I could just go on my phone and find it real quick. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, God, thank God.
The fuck we have all day.
I'm actually so curious. Oh, my God. Is it going to cut? Or is it just going to be, like, live streaming?
I can cut a little bit.
You can cut a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, good. I got to piss so bad. I'm so sorry.
You're good. I mean, there's this club in Germany that, like, you go and people people wait 2 hours. So what's the name? Or you want to go pee first? Go. So did we find the name of...
Yes, I did. Boot House in Germany. Brussels? No, I don't know. Fire club, super, like, compact. They just go nuts. That one and any Boiler Room set. I'm pretty sure... Are you familiar with Boiler Rooms? Yeah,
it's in London, right?
They throw Boiler Rooms anywhere. Like,
okay, I was just making sure. I've seen some of them there in London.
There's some that they throw in Shanghai, LA, like, London, and... It's just a vibe.
So is it like a production company that just like does like pop-up shows?
I think so.
Right, I'm guessing. I don't know. They just like buy a venue and like...
Or they rent it out.
Excuse me. They rent it out. I mean, like, Boiler Room, here, be there, be square. My final question for you is, Where does Zach see himself in 5 years from now?
Traveling the world, doing what I do best, and making money out of it. That's literally where I see myself.
Plain and simple.
On a private jet right now, flying to Dubai to play a show. I don't know. I really see myself.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the ultimate goal. Like once I'm like making a legitimate living off of like playing shows and like making music and traveling the world and doing what I want to do, I think I've made it. Well, I mean, the dreams only get bigger, to be honest with you. So
of course.
I don't think I'm done dreaming. Even till when I get to that point, I feel like I'm gonna have another thing where it's like, yo, I want to do this.
Yeah. The stakes always get higher.
Exactly. The dreams only get bigger. So, but when I get to that point, I'll be like, that's pretty cool. I can't believe I'm here right now.
Let's check in back on this video 5 years from now.
Yeah, 5 years from now, we'll look back and be like, oh,
we did it.
I'll make a tweet.
Exactly.
I'll quote tweet it.
Thank you.
5 years from now.
But yeah, power manifestation.
Yes.
5 years from now, you're flying on an airplane to Dubai.
A private jet.
A private jet.
Yeah.
But anyways, where can everyone go see you?
On
Where can they follow you? How can everyone hear your music?
Just go to my Instagram. It's probably better on my Instagram. I have all the links on my bio. I have a link tree you just click on. But I am Zak Official. Zak being spelled Z-A-K. That's just how my artist name is spelled. My real name is literally C with a C in there. But I just took out the C to make it more symmetrical.
Right,
even.
exactly.
So, but yeah, I am Zak Official. Zak being spelled Z-A-K. That's where
I'll have it linked. Don't you worry. But thanks for coming. Your set last Wednesday was extremely fire, so I was super happy.
Casual Wednesday.
It was just a casual Wednesday for you. I was pretty lit though. I was I lit? I was having. He's like, I was shuffling. Shut up.
Did you?
Everyone, I was shuffling. They're like, "Are you shuffling?" I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my feet, but I guess.
Did you take advantage of the free margaritas? Because those free margaritas from 10 to 12.
No, you fucking didn't.
That's
no one
crazy.
told me it was. No one told me there was free margaritas.
Yeah, it was free margaritas 10 to 12.
Did you know it was free margaritas 10 to 12? No one fucking told me it was free margaritas 10 to 12.
No one reads the flyers. Just said it on the flyer.
No, because he just told me, he's like, I have liquor in my trunk. And I was like, okay, I'll go get one. But no one told me about free margaritas at Chico Malo.
Every Wednesday, 10 to 12, free margaritas for ladies.
That's where we get aside.
There you go.
But we're done here. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. I hope you had a great time.
Oh, hell yeah.
I hope we can have you back 5 years from now so we can talk about your experience.
And then next time have 1942 instead of Delta.
I'm sorry.
Airlines.
I will. Hopefully make money off my podcast as well. So
1942.
I'll have whatever you want on stock. But don't forget to check out all of our episodes if you haven't and catch up. But another shout out goes to Zach for popping up.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you. So with that being said, peace the fuck out. I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.